All right, we are back with another pick'em video. Going to be going over my favorite plays for the NBA today. An 11-game slate and literally probably one of the better boards I've seen all season, especially on PrizePicks. That's another thing. It's Taco Tuesday on PrizePicks, so highly recommend using PrizePicks. You can use my code in the description for the 100% deposit match and all that. But going to be focusing on PrizePicks. There's definitely 2 or 3 plays I'm going to be talking about that are going to be universal, but a couple of these are going to be dunk lines, and I think you can only get those on PrizePicks. So highly recommend getting that. Also, there's going to be a huge giveaway. I'm going to talk about the details a little bit later, but it's going to be a $250 giveaway. I'll tell you how to enter into that. But super excited about that. It's going to be my first giveaway. Just want to give you guys, back for supporting the channel and all that stuff. But yeah, super excited about today's video. I think we're going to go, I think we're going to kill it. And if you're new to this channel, definitely go ahead and subscribe. We rip out daily content like this each and every day. Leave the video a like and comment anything down below. Just helps YouTube push this video out a little bit more. But again, if you're new, we are very transparent here. We go over our video picks every single time. Doesn't matter if we lose every pick. Doesn't matter if we win every pick. We go over them. I like to show you guys, what happened in the games, and I talk about them very quickly. And then we'll jump into the board. But first up, want to talk about Josh Hart and Austin Thompson. Austin Thompson ends up hooking us, ended up only getting 10 points in assists. The end of that Knicks-Pistons game was absolutely wild. It looked like the refs just gave the Knicks the game. Austin Thompson was one of the casualties of that. Literally got his legs taken out from under him. If he gets that foul call, he goes to the free throw line. All he has to do is knock down one of those and he hits his line. But on the flip side of that, Josh Hart ended up getting free throws out of that and ended up getting his own rebound on one of those misses. So he hit because of that happening, but it could have gone to overtime. They both could have hit. I don't know. Weird ending. In reality, that's all hindsight. And Austin Thompson ends up hooking us, ends up only getting 10, while Josh Hart cashes for us. Scotty Barnes absolutely crushed his line. I think he had a triple-double. So this 19, maybe, I don't even think it's true. I think he had more than that. And then same thing for Benedict Mathurin. He had like 9 rebounds, so he crushed that line. And then Cade Cunningham was our first half play. Sometimes you just gotta, give kudos where it's earned. And he came out, did not miss a shot in the first half from the free throw line, 3-point line. He was 6 for 6 from the field goal, 3 for 3 from downtown, and like 5 for 5 from the free throw line. So hats off to him. He crushed that line. But yeah, 3 for 5. That's a 60% hit rate, not the worst in the world. But going to try to do better today. But also, if you guys are interested in a community that, like a Discord community where we talk props, we talk plays, it's growing each and every day. Highly recommend trying that out. And again, that's going to be part of the giveaway. I'll talk about that a little bit later once I have the Discord pulled up. But let's jump into the board. Going to be talking our first play. It's going to be a fun one. Going to go to Victor Wembanyama here. Again, Taco Tuesday. Take advantage of this Donovan Mitchell taco. Even if you're like, oh, tacos were bad last week, I'm never playing taco again. There are going to be super positive EV plays. Also, he's going up against Dallas. He should crush this line. Donovan Mitchell is actually going to be one of our plays in a different aspect of this. You have 2 hours to get this in still, so you should be able to take advantage of that. But there's going to be more tacos down the line, and I think you should be attacking Donovan Mitchell in his normal lines. But again, starting off with Victor Wembanyama, going to be going to his 9.5 rebounds here, and going to be going over. So it's a tougher matchup. That's the only thing I don't love about this against Minnesota. One of the better matchups specifically to centers, but really in the whole league. They have a very good defense. But let's go to Wembanyama here. I already have his outlier page pulled up, and he's been doing pretty well on this line. 58% of the time he's gone over this. This is outlier, by the way. If you're wondering what this tool is, and you're like, hey, this looks pretty nice, I want to try that out. You can for a week. Again, free trial down in the description. If you hit my link, that's what you'll be able to get that for. But super awesome that they give a week free trial. Highly recommend it. They show hit rates, all these different defenses, matchups, minutes, and all these different things. So that's going to be one of the things I'm talking about in this one. Victor Wembanyama had a big minutes restriction kind of in the middle of the year where a lot of this red is. And we can go check out RotoWire, kind of check out what the projected minutes is for him tonight. Again, difficult matchup against Minnesota. I think it's a double-digit spread if I can find the game. Double-digit spread right here, 13-point spread. But these guys have faced off against each other 3 times already, so we have a decent amount of sampling to look at. And the projected minutes for Wembanyama is going to be around 30 minutes. So again, he was playing like 24 minutes when he had that minutes restriction. He's been getting consistently around 30 minutes. But to be, conservative there, let's bump his minutes up to 27 minutes here and see the games with at least 27 minutes. And we can see it's a 69% hit rate. So it looks a lot better. If you're on something like Chalkboard or something where you can move the lines, I love this 8.5 line because he seems to get 9 rebounds a lot of the times. So highly recommend, getting on Chalkboard. They actually have a discount right now as well. So definitely try that out. But 69% hit rate, definitely not bad. The only thing here is the matchup, but we can see that they've played each other 3 times, like I mentioned. And he's got this line in 2 of those games. So in the most recent 2. So this was back in November. He only had 9 against them, but then he had 10 back in December, and then 10 again back in late January. So we have a little bit of a sampling. He just keeps getting better and better. He just had a 5-by-5 line, which is ridiculous, meaning he scored at least 5 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 steals, and 5 blocks in the same games. Absolutely ridiculous. He just keeps getting better. And hit rate's been very, very solid, especially recently when he gets the minutes. So Wembanyama at 9.5, really, really liking that. We also check market value and odds. It's not just based on hit rate. Some people say that doesn't even matter, but the market value is huge. Where do other sports books have their lines? Are they favored to go over this line? Are their lines completely different? And that's where DG Fantasy is our best friend here. Highly recommend trying this out. 25% off your first month using my code in the description. Also, any of these things I'm talking about, Chalkboard, Dabble, Sleeper, any of these other different sports books or anything that you want to try out and use my code, that translates to a free month of the Discord as well. So we can see Wembanyama right here, 9.5 rebounds is a 53.87% chance to hit. Love to see that. And why is that? It's because Pinnacle, DraftKings, those are my favorite 2 to kind of go off. I think they're the 2 sharpest in terms of player props. And they're like minus 135 value to go over this. So it's absolutely juiced on the over. We're getting very, very good value over here on Prize Picks, and you want to take advantage of that value every time. So the odds and the market value looking extremely good in there. And then our last data point that we go to on this channel is going to be the RotoWire projection model. Highly recommend trying this out as well. 2-day free trial. Use my link in the description. Again, might as well try it out. I don't even think you have to put your credit card in. But we got Wembanyama here. It shows us a bunch of different stuff here in stats, but I like to just use the projection model. And we see his 9.5 rebounds. We can see it's actually like the best prediction for the over here. And they're predicting 11.33. So it's not even like they're predicting like 9.8 or maybe even 10. They're predicting 11.33. They're almost predicting 2 full more points or rebounds than what they're giving him. So everything pointing in the right direction for this one. Would not be surprised at all if this gets bumped up to 10. But loving the value here for Wembanyama at 9.5 rebounds. Now, the next guy I want to talk about, again, I kind of mentioned him earlier, is going to be Donovan Mitchell. I think you could go to him in a plethora of different ways. I love his matchup against Dallas, and he's just been crushing his lines. I'm going to be going to his first half tab here. Again, this is kind of Prize Picks exclusive on this line, but I think you could take him universally. I'll talk about his lines elsewhere. But let's go to Donovan Mitchell, kind of check out what I'm going to. And it's going to be his first half fantasy score at 21.5. Jumping into Outlier, I'll show you. This is the reason why I kind of like this one. We see the last 5 games, 10 games, 20 games here, and you see the hit rate. That's the percentage that's showing. And his hit rate on his first half fantasy score has just been ridiculous. So for someone that I think is going to have a good game, I might as well be attacking something that's the best hit rate. So first half fantasy score, he's been crushing. I think he's going to have a solid game. That's the one I'm going to. But you could really go to a lot of these other things. He's been over on a lot of these things. He's been scoring the ball well, being able to do points and rebounds, points and assists, all these different types of things have great hit rates. And we'll talk about the odds a little bit later. So again, if you're not on Prize Picks, you should be able to attack this in other ways. But 21.5 first half fantasy score, that's what I'm going to be focusing on. Again, last 10 games, he's hit it in 9 of the last 10 games. Didn't get it against Washington, kind of a weird one for that one. But in 2023 as a whole, he's hit this in 76% of games. Now you got to remember that Darius Garland's now healthy, Evan Mobley's now healthy. They're all playing the right amount of minutes, but he's just been crushing this line all year. It doesn't really matter who's been playing, how many minutes they've been getting. And again, you can't really go against the matchup here as well. I can show you first PRA in general. We can go see the matchup right here is pretty much green all around. Rebounds, assists, points at 18. So it should be a high scoring game. Donovan should have a ton of opportunity, and this is going to translate pretty well to the fantasy score. In terms of like point guards and shooting guards, it's not bad at all. If you want to call him a shooting guard, he probably is. It's all green, even a little bit better. So love to see that. But hit rate's just been incredible. Really love to see, this line at 21.5. But again, I think you could attack Donovan in a whole bunch of different ways. I think he's the taco for a reason. I think people are they're thinking he's going to have a great game, and I'm kind of in that same boat. So really, really loving to see this. Have they matched up against each other this year? They have not. This is back in 2022. You got to take this with a grain of salt. This is almost 2 years ago. So hit rate's been incredible. Really, really like Donovan today. And the odds are liking this as well. So again, I kind of talked about you could go to him in a bunch of different ways. In the Discord, we actually got this line at 34.5 last night. It was just at 35.5. It did just get bumped up. This is PRA to 36.5, and it's still favored to go over. So his lines just keep creeping up. Right now, the best line for him on universally is probably his points and assists at 31.5. You can probably find it in a lot of places. But really, I think you could attack him in a multitude of ways. I can't show you the first half fantasy score just because it doesn't show you on DG Fantasy just yet, but I probably will eventually. And then for our projection model, we can go find a Donovan Mitchell here. And we can see a whole bunch of blue, everything kind of pointing in the right direction. Obviously, this is the taco, but points and assists, fantasy score, all these different types of things. They're expecting him to have a great game. The only thing that's red is showing up is his free throws made, and then his points 26.5. Maybe that's a little bit too high. But Donovan, feeling really good about him. And on PrizePicks, we can attack his first half fantasy score, and that's going to be rocking for the second play of the day. All right, so before we jump into the next few picks, I do want to talk about the giveaway. It's going to be a $250 giveaway, and the way you enter is going to be pretty simple. So you just go over to either the description of this video or in the Discord. You go to the codes and links section, and you just have to sign up to one of my affiliate partners using my code. So for PrizePicks, for Underdog, for Chalkboard, for Sleeper, for Dabble, or for DG Fantasy, if you use my code, send me a screenshot and DM me and say, hey, I used your code. That will enter you into the giveaway. So again, highly recommend getting on all these apps anyway. They're always sending promotions out. They have different advantages, different days of the week, but also just in general. You're going to get the perks of the 100% deposit match on a lot of these things, 25% off your first month for DG Fantasy, but you'll also get a month free of the Rich Club. So you're going to be getting the deposit match. Some of these have free squares when you sign up just to start. You're going to be getting a month free of the Discord, and you're going to be entered into the giveaway. So highly recommend trying this out. Again, this Discord has been a whole bunch of fun. It just continues to grow. We have a ton of awesome people in here, and we just continue to win. So even when we don't win in, like, let's say, NBA on PrizePicks, sometimes we're attacking esports value. So I have this actually popped up right now. This is a 10x esports play that we're just waiting on nobody at 5 p.m. tonight to play, and hopefully this one cashes. So we're always attacking value. We have a ton of fun. People just like sports in here. We talk different types of sports. So highly recommend getting in here anyway. But today or the next week, I guess, would be the time to do it. $250 giveaway. So super excited about that. I can't thank you guys enough for as much as we've grown for me to be able to do this. But yeah, highly recommend everyone getting in here. You might be also wondering, hey, I already have all these apps. Can I not get into the giveaway? I'm also going to be doing a second giveaway for everyone in the Rich Club. So you could actually get into both of these giveaways. If you're a new member and you sign up and you DM me, you're going to be entered into the first giveaway, but also the second giveaway I'm going to be doing is just for people in the Rich Club. So you'll also be entered into that. So hopefully that's not too confusing. I'll obviously comment anything down below if you have any questions, but super excited to kind of give back to you guys and just continue to grow. So that's the giveaway, $250, super excited. Now back to the plays. We're going to be going to DeAndre Hunter. This hit rate is ridiculous. We're not going to be able to look at odds or anything like that. But we're going to be going to a dunks line at 0.5. We're going under here. They took away my favorite dunk line, maybe my favorite play of the entire season on PrizePicks. It was John Collins' dunk line at 0.5. They did unfortunately take that off. But if you're in the Discord, we had that out. We had that play out for like an hour and a half. So hopefully a lot of people took advantage of that. DeAndre Hunter is pretty solid as well. Going to be checking his outlier page. I didn't actually pull anything up yet, but we'll pull into his page. Going to be going to DeAndre Hunter right here, and we see his dunk line popping up right here. A ton of green, last 5, last 10, 95% of the last 20 games, head-to-head's 100%, and then 88% of games he's gone under this in all of 2023. So checking that out, hit rate's been ridiculous. There's only been 4 games all season where he's dunked out of the 33 games. He has dunked in 4 of those games. So really, really liking this. Obviously, no Trae Young. That might, I guess, play into this a little bit. But not too much. He's been getting, around 28 minutes or so since, dealing with a bit of injuries. Jalen Johnson and Sadiq Bey have been very, very solid this year, maybe cutting into his minutes a little bit. But the hit rate's just ridiculous, too good to not take advantage of. So DeAndre Hunter dunks line, Can't really show you too much else just because there's not many odds or projection models on these types of things. It is probably a higher scoring game, I would say. This Hawks and Utah game, so maybe that's something to think about. Yeah, 236, not the highest in the world. Sometimes you get into the 240s, 245s would be very, very high, but decently, high scoring here. But yeah, DeAndre Hunter under 0.5 dunks is looking very, very solid in terms of the hit rate. And then the last guy I want to talk about is actually going to be another Cavalier. If you want to run this out on a different slip, I totally understand that. But I think they both can hit. They've both been hitting. And this one's going to be Evan Mobley at 25.5 PRA. Incredible value here that we're getting. But again, if you want to not run Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley in the same slip, that's okay. I totally understand that. But if you want to, I think they could both definitely hit in the same game. But let's jump over to Mobley's page here at 25.5. 81% hit rate when he gets at least 27 minutes. I already kind of plugged that in just because he was dealing with a minutes restriction and everything. After the All-Star break, he's been getting a ton of minutes. And again, loving the matchup here against Dallas. Two power forwards, specifically, he's very much a power forward. Jared Allen is the center here. It's very, very good. Points are allowed, rebounds allowed, assists allowed, all in the green. And he's just been crushing this line very consistently when he gets at least 27 minutes. If we want to go to the RotoWire projection to see what they're expecting for his minutes, I got to find this game. What they're expecting for his minutes. Also, it's a 233.5 point total. So definitely a decent amount of points to be had here. For projections here, Mobley, they're expecting 30 minutes. So I'm being conservative with this 27 minutes. If he gets 30 minutes, what they're expecting, this gets even, actually, it's about the same, 80%. But yeah, loving to see this. Home games, this actually gets about the same as well. So a lot of things pointing in the right direction for Mobley here. And it's not just the hit rate. The odds are absolutely loving this. 54.12% chance to hit. Pinnacle's got this at minus 137. DraftKings has this at minus 130. This is probably one that will get bumped. But as you can see, a ton of his lines are on the over. So if this does get bumped, maybe look at points and assists, maybe just look at his points, his rebounds, assists, everything is projected on the over here in terms of odds. So Mobley should have a really good game. He's got an awesome matchup and everything like that. And then the last data point here is going to be our projection model. Again, 25.5 points, rebounds, assists. They're expecting 27.2. Hit rate's been incredible as well. So everything pointing to the right direction for Mobley to have a great game here. But yeah, that will do it. Our 4 plays are going to be Victor Wembanyama over 9.5 rebounds. Very universal. You should be able to get that a whole bunch of different places. If this gets bumped up to 10, this is going to be still available on Sleeper, on Sportsbooks at 9.5. So highly recommend Victor Wembanyama today. Donovan Mitchell, first half fantasy score. Again, we talked about him. You could go to his full game fantasy score. You go to his full game. PRA is still climbing up. I think Donovan just has a great game. He's also the taco right now, so take advantage of that. DeAndre Hunter under 0.5 dunks. His hit rate's like an 88% hit rate. Out of the 33 games this year, he's dunked 4 times. So highly recommend going on the under on that one. And then Evan Mobley, again, same team as Donovan Mitchell here, but they've both been crushing this line. 25.5 PRA, great hit rate, awesome matchup. Odds are looking amazing and projection models in the right direction. So really, really loving the board today. I'm going to be in the Discord active all day, posting sleeper slips, chalkboard slips. I already posted actually. Underdog, PrizePicks, all different types of things. There's just a ton of games and a ton of value out there. But yeah, that will do it for this one. Again, like the video, comment anything down below, and subscribe if you are new. But also the giveaway, $250 giveaway. All you have to do is sign up using one of my codes. DM me, say, hey, use your code. You're going to get the deposit match that a lot of these sportsbooks give out, or on DG Fantasy, you're going to get 25% off. So you're going to get that perk. You're going to get a month free of the Discord, and then you'll also be getting entered into the $250 giveaway that I'll be doing the giveaway, I think March 5th, if that's a week from now. A week from today. So a week from the 27th, I think that's March 5th, but I'll double check that. So you have a decent amount of time, but highly recommend jumping on that opportunity. And yeah, we have a whole bunch of fun in here. Get in the Discord anyway. It's a lot of fun, and that will do it. I'll see you guys in the Discord or in the next video. Peace out.